Hello everyone, welcome back. This week's video is a fan art of one of my favorite characters ever, which is Elizabeth Swann from Pirates of the Caribbean, or just Lizzie Swann as I like to call her. All brushes and tools I used will be listed or linked down in the description, so check it out if you are curious or just want to try new brushes, which I recommend. These brushes are awesome. I decided to make a narration this time exactly because I have a lot to tell about this piece in particular, and I thought that writing it all on the video would be really distracting from the video itself. So let's talk about it a little bit. So I was a major Pirates of the Caribbean fan when I was a teen. Especially the two first movies. People that follow me for years might know that. However, I have enough criticism, despite of me being a fangirl, to see that the franchise went down the drain due to many reasons from the third movie up. But that's another story. That's another discussion. So it was only in the name of that nostalgia that I decided to watch the latest movie, Dead Men Tell No Tales, the fifth movie of the franchise. Jesus fucking Christ. And it was as unremarkable as I thought it would be. You know, plot everywhere, fanfic quality, characters, and so on. Like, literally, this character's daughter marries this character's son. But even though it had some like nice things like the art, the pretty special effects, and some promising characters like Karina Smith, that ended up being a fanfic like mistreated character as well, no one is shocked by that revelation, you know. Even though it had this nice stuff, it was okay. It was an okay movie. But anyway, the thing is that Lizzie Swann shows up at the end of the movie for like 10 seconds, no speaking lines, and looking absolutely nothing like the Elizabeth we know, and it was enough to make me cry like a baby. Nonetheless, the moment I saw her, because she has always been such a ridiculously important character to me in many ways. I've always liked pirates and pirate stories since I was a kid, and she went from this proper lady to pirate in the span of a movie. She was resourceful, skilled, and sassy, which is all the good things together, you know. She became the pirate king and wouldn't hesitate to jump into battle and motivate everyone to do so. She was a vital part of my teen years. I've made incredible best friends like 10 years ago that remain best friends to this day because of her and the movies. I owe a lot of my drawing skills to her due to the obscene amount of Pirates of the Caribbean fan arts I did back then. I am just really fond of her, and seeing her again after literally 10 years felt like coming home and seeing an old friend after being apart for so long. You know, it really hit me in the feels, to be quite honest. At the same time, it also makes me really mad to see what was done of her in the course of the movies, because in my opinion, she should have stayed on the seas as a pirate. Being a mother or not, as she is in the movies, it doesn't really matter, as long as she was still the Pirate King. So I decided to pay this homage to this character, but returning everything the movies took away from her. Her kingship and a life of pirate adventures. I wanted her to look a little older, her hair longer, frizzy and sun-bleached, her skin stained and freckled from the intense sun, and huge scars as trophies of battles gone. The stone Southang gives her on Edward's End as a sign of her leadership over his ships and pirates was a dull, ugly looking stone, so I took a little artistic liberty and made it a shiny, clear gem, so it would look both mysterious and pretty. And it was also a kind of a low-key reference to Moana, not gonna lie. It didn't start like that, but it ended up being a small reference. I started this painting with a rough composition sketch I did on my sketchbook. I just took a picture and slapped it on side and started from there. At first, I painted the background of a ship deck, but in the end, I wasn't able to paint it in the correct perspective. And the colors, even though I liked them, they looked somehow off in comparison to Lizzie. So I changed it later to a more serious, dark, menacing background that fits her and the mood a lot better. I gathered a million pictures of Keira Knightley as Lizzie and as herself and other characters, but like with the face angle matching the one I wanted to paint. And even with all of these, I wasn't able to really capture her likeness into my painting. She's really hard to paint for some reason. But I liked how she turned out nonetheless, though. I wanted Lizzie to wear my favorite outfit she wears in the movies, which is the one from the Dead Man's Chest. Like the brown coat, the white shirt, stuff like that. Plus some red details from her Singaporean outfit from the third movie. Like as a reference to where her kingship started. I took some ridiculous but useful pictures of myself holding my katana umbrella and wearing my father's jacket. That is a brown color and has a texture quite similar to Lizzie's coat, so it was really useful. So I could paint the folds of the jacket properly and the hands correctly, or at least close to that. I made sure to paint her sword as close as possible to the sword she uses in Dead Man's Chest, and I made sure to make it chipped and stained with use, so it would look more believable and realistic to the overall painting. And that's pretty much it, actually. The circle is closed. She was forgotten. They took away her ship, her life of adventures, and her royalty. But no matter how many times they will erase her history and take away her crown, the bells will always ring in celebration for the one and true king. Thanks for watching and enjoy the video.